Okay. So first thing is creating a document. Eunice, huh? Okay. So first thing is create a document. I am going to go to the print. I am going to select the A4 size. I will select landscape. I will just click on create. Okay. Okay. So now once you open the interface, you will see tools, document, layers. Okay. So how we can arrange the tools, document, layers? See, one thing is we can actually make them as a fixed layout. Okay, we can fix them or we can keep them as floating panels like this. Okay, just you can move these panels to the corners and so that you can fix them. Okay, so that is the thing, right? Now we'll do now what you'll do. I will open document. Okay, so how to open document? Control O. Control O is to open document. And once you hit Control O, you have to, this browser window opens, and once you browse, you can browse to the images. Just a minute. So you can browse to the images. You can open any image. So you'll open this image. Okay. And now we'll see the basic controls. Okay, we'll see the basic controls of controlling this open document. So first control is full screen mode. How to go to full screen mode? F. Now we are in full screen mode. And to come out of the full screen mode, F again. Okay. And next is zoom in, zoom out. Control plus zoom in, control minus zoom out. Okay. Control minus, control plus, and control 0. What is control 0? Default view. Okay, so default view, normal view. Okay, for example, if you have zoomed out like this, and again if you want to bring it back to its normal state, okay, control 0 like this. Okay, next is panning. So what is panning? Panning means, see, H. You can also use space bar. Okay, I think I gave you notes for all these things, I think, right? Did I give you panning? I did not tell you panning, right? Handle H. H is for panning. Okay, if I did not give you that, you just write down this. Okay, did I tell you this?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so H is for panning. See, you can see all the sides of the image when you have zoomed it like this. See, like this, without zooming it out. So this is called panning, and you can also use space bar for that, like this. Okay, right. Next is, see, now we will be starting main tools, editing tools. Okay, so we will be starting with the first basic editing tool, that is move tool. Even move tool also I told you in the last class, I think. Okay, so but we will start from the move tool again. So move tool shortcut is V. Okay, move tool shortcut is V, and what we can do with move tool? So we can simply click on the image, we can move it to this created document. This is the document that we have created. Okay, this is the document we have created, and this is the open document. From open document we are dragging the image to created document. So just click and move and release it here. Release your mouse here. Okay, okay. Now the next step is transform tool. Okay, and also back command. I think did I tell you about back command? I don't know whether I told you or not, but see, I will tell you. See, back command has changed in new versions and old versions. back commands to go back. See, whoever wants to write down this, you can write down, because you don't know which version you will be using. So for example, if you are using older versions, 2018 or older versions, in that back command is Control Alt Z, Control plus Alt Z. In new version, Control Z. And when I say new versions, I am talking about 19, 20, 21, 2019, 2020, 2021. Okay, old versions means 2018 and earlier versions. Okay, so this is one change we got, Control Alt Z and Control Z. Okay, so now we will and I think, did you write down this one, transform tool? Completed. Okay, so Control T. Okay, Control T, transform tool. So what we can do with transform tool? So we will be having lot of work with transform tool. Transform tool is used to resize, okay, rotate, okay, and also move the image. Okay, so to access transform tool, hit Control T, and then what is the next step you can do? Resize. See, transform tool also has a little bit change compared to the old versions and new versions. Okay, so what is that change? I will tell you. See, to resize, first you can actually go to any of these boxes or any of these corners and then simply drag. Okay, you can simply drag like this. And once you are done with the transform tool, hit enter. And again, if you want the transform tool, Control plus T. Okay, and once you can go to the any of the corner, you can see the double-sided arrow. And if you go higher, a little bit higher, you can see a curved arrow. This is for rotation. Okay, you can rotate the image like this. Okay, and when you are rotating, you can also see some changes in this input fields. You can put a specific value. For example, if you want to rotate exactly 90 degrees, simply put 90 here. See, and hit enter. See, I have rotated 90 degrees. Okay, again Control T, and then again I can rotate it like this. See, again I can rotate it like this. Okay, completed. Right. So what was the change in the transform tool from older versions? See, that one change is, see, in new versions means 19, 20, 21, if you want to do proportional scaling. So what is proportional scaling? So what is proportional scaling? Proportional scaling means scaling by not changing the proportions, means not stretching. Without stretching, we have to resize the image. Okay, see, if normally you drag, what happens is you will be stretching. In old version, what happens means in 2018 and earlier versions, normally if you drag, the image will be stretched. Okay, image will be stretched. So what do you do if you don't want to stretch? You have to hold the shift command. Okay, see here. You can just check these options, or if you want, you can write down this. See, scaling by maintaining the proportions of the image. Hold shift and drag any of the corners. 2018 and earlier. 2018 and earlier, and latest versions. Scaling by maintaining the proportions of image. Directly drag any of the corners. So what is the meaning of that? Means you don't have to use shift in our latest versions. Directly if you drag, it will maintain the proportion in 2020 and 2021. So that one change they have done. Okay. Okay. I think some of you have taken this file also, PDF file, right? Huh? So you don't want to write?
You want to write, but you want to write the only controls. Controls రాసుకుంటే బెటర్ కదా సార్ నేను అలా రాసుకున్నాను.
మీకు ఎట్లా కన్వీనియంట్ అయితే అట్లా చేసుకోండి. ఓకే, at the end of the day you should be able to learn Photoshop. That is the final thing. Okay, how you will be learning, that is your job. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. Now see, so in latest versions directly you can drag, but in latest versions if you want to stretch, see there is one small confusion here. Okay, in old versions if you want to stretch, you have to drag, you will drag directly. Old versions if you want to stretch the image. In latest versions if you want to stretch, you have to use shift. That is one small confusion they have created, these Photoshop creators. Okay, so remember that. Okay, see, so stretching. Okay, but I always suggest you one thing, don't stretch the image. You can stretch some drawings or those things, artwork, you can, shapes you can stretch, but actual images, photos, you should not stretch. Okay, it will means their naturality will be lost. Okay, right. Next. So now we understood what is, how to scale, resize image. See, the next thing is center scale. Center scale is also different in old versions and new versions. Okay, so what is the center scale? See, this is a corner scale. Normally by default what you do is, see, by default what you do is, by holding shift what you do, this is corner scale. This is a corner scale. See, I'm only, this is image is only scaling in the corner. If you do corner scale, normally the position of the image might change. Image position is changing. See, means right now it is here. When I do corner scale, see, it is here. So its position is changing, but we don't want it to change its position. So we can do center scale. So how to do center scale? See, so you can actually write down these 2 points. I think. See, center scale 2018 and older for older version, Alt Shift. Latest version, Alt and drag any corner. Latest versions 2020, 2021, 2019. Okay. Okay. So now see here. So if I want to do center scale in latest version, I can hold Alt and drag any of the corners. See, now the image is not changing its position. See, able to understand? This is center scale. Right. So now we understood what is scaling, what is rotation. Okay. Now we'll see the next options. So how to duplicate an image? See, there are plenty of ways in Photoshop to duplicate an image. Okay, one easy, simple and fast way is Alt and drag. Okay, just write down this point. To duplicate an image, okay. Is it clear? So simply what you will do, Alt and just to move the image. and observe that pink lines. Okay, see the pink lines are going to help us in alignments. See, we are getting perfect alignments. See here, same equal spacing, and the pink lines are called smart guides. Okay. So if you want to create a passport size photos, for that you can use. Okay. Alt and drag, duplicate, and again to go back, Control Z. Old versions, Control Alt Z. So always, that is why whenever you are working in Photoshop, always check the version in which you are using. Okay, in case you are using 2018 and you try to use the latest version commands, they will not work. And one more thing I want to tell you, in case you are using latest version and if you want to use old version commands, understood now? See, there is one change. You can just remember this. I am not going to give notes for this. Normally, whoever is using latest versions, I advise them to use the latest version commands only. But in case whoever is using latest version, they want to use old version commands, you have to open this preferences. How you open preferences? Keyboard shortcut Control plus K. Keyboard shortcut Control plus K. Okay. If you hit Control K, this preferences window dialog opens. Okay. And in this preferences dialog, this is called preferences dialog. Okay. In this preferences dialog, there is an option called use legacy new document interface, and here also there is one more option, use legacy free transform. Okay. Right now this is off, but this is on. Okay. So that is why what is happening to me is I am actually using the old version transform commands because this option is on. If I turn off this, I will be using the new version commands. Able to understand, everyone? Use legacy free transform. Okay, but I have to turn off this, click OK, and then I have to close Photoshop and then open it again. Only then these changes will take effect. Able to understand, everyone? Okay. So this is one small thing you should remember, right? Okay. Okay. So now we understood that how to use a transform tool. Now we will start learning the most important options. Those are selection tools. Okay. See, Photoshop is all about selection tools. Most of the time, what you do in Photoshop, you select some image, okay, and then combine it with another image. So these are the things we will be doing in our entire Photoshop course. So that is why we will first learn the basic selection tool, which is marquee tool. This is the basic selection tool, and there are 8 main selection tools. Okay, 8. Okay, we will be covering these 8 selection tools, and after these 8, in some of our after some classes, we will be learning the 9th selection tool, which is pen tool. Okay, and after that there is a 10th selection tool, that is mask. With mask also we can do selections. Okay, but right now we will cover this 8 selection tools. Okay, so first basic selection tool, and I am going to close this, and I will be opening a different image. And what I will do is, see, this time I will change the color of my document. Okay, I think I also told you how to change the color of document. So landscape, and here we have white. So if you want to change the color, see here color picker dialog appears, and let me put it to green. Okay, see here shades of colors are there, and this circle indicates that we have selected that particular color. See, and then just simply click create. See here, able to understand everyone? Right. Okay. So now marquee tool. Okay. So you can write down this point. Okay, marquee tool. Okay, just these things. Rectangular marquee tool and elliptical marquee tool. Keyboard shortcut is M, and you can use Shift plus M to select any of the marquee tools. Okay. Right. See, M. Okay. Make it a habit to use keyboard shortcuts. It will make your work fast. Okay. You have to work fast. So keyboard shortcut will help us to work fast. Okay. So M is marquee tool, and first marquee tool is rectangular marquee tool. So what it will do actually? So see, normally if you drag an image, you are going to get the complete image, right? Complete image you are going to get. But every time you don't select the complete image. You want portions of the image or parts of the image. So what we will do? We will use marquee tool, and I only want this head of this person. So just simply draw a selection around over his head like this. Now I have selected only this much. Okay. Now what is the next step? We will use move tool. So what is the shortcut for move tool? V, and then simply drag. See, now only this much we have selected. See here. See like this. Okay. If you only want, and if you want to remove the selection, see there is a shortcut again. You can write it down. To remove the selection, Control plus D. Okay. Okay. Right. So see, I am removing the selection, Control D. Okay. And let us say if you want only his eyes, so you can just draw a selection over his eyes like this. Use V, move tool, and then simply drag. See, now I have selected only this eyes part like this. See, like this. Okay, only this much. And again, if you want to remove the selection, Control D. And next thing, again, if you want to activate the selection, M. And then I am going to draw a selection. And then what I will do is, see, normally if you drag, so you are going to get a very sharp edges. Okay, you can see sharp corners. Let us say I want soft corners. I want to give some softness. So what I can do, I can apply feather. There is something called feather. So with feather we can soften the edges. Okay. So what is the shortcut for feather? Shift plus F6. Okay. Feather shortcut is Shift plus F6. Okay. Okay. So if you hit Shift F6, see, you are going to get this feather selection dialog. This is called feather selection dialog. And what is inside this? Feather radius. So with feather radius, you can either increase the feather or increase the softness or decrease the softness. So we'll start with a small value. Okay. I'm going to put some 5 here. Okay. And then I'm going to use V and then simply drag. Okay, you may not see too much difference here, but if you observe closely, see, there is some softness. You want more softness? Shift F6 again. This time I am going to put higher value, 12 I am going to put, and then I am going to again hit V on the keyboard and then simply drag. See here? Now this has more softness. And if you still want more softness, Shift F6 again, and then you can use 30. See, now this is having more softness. See. So more softness. So like this you can increase the feather value. And one more thing I want to tell you. For example, you forgot the shortcut of feather. So there is also another way of accessing feather. Very easy way I will tell you. Simple way is simply draw the selection and right click. Right click and you will see this feather. Okay, this is one way. One more way is also there. Okay, that is, you can go to this select menu and you can go to the modify, and then here you can select feather. So in case you forgot the shortcut, you can access feather option in this manner. Okay, that is a good thing about Photoshop. To do anything, we have 2 or 3 directions, 2 or 3 methods. For anything, there are 2 or 3 methods in Photoshop. That is why Photoshop is now the industry standard software. Okay. There are similar softwares like Photoshop, but they are not as successful as Photoshop. Okay. Photoshop's popularity is always on top. Okay. Right. So to remove the selection, Control D. Okay. So next we will see the elliptical marquee tool. See, elliptical marquee tool is for round selections. Okay, and if you want to access a elliptical marquee tool, normally with mouse you can access. Simply click here and this flyout appears, or you can say panel appears, and from this panel you can select a elliptical marquee tool, for round selections. Okay, but another way is, if you want to use a keyboard shortcut method, see, Shift M. See here, M and Shift M. M means currently active tool will be selected, but if you want to interchange between 2 marquee tools, you have to use Shift M. See, it is changing, right? Okay, now we'll select the elliptical marquee tool, So I am going to draw a selection. So now we have a round selection. V again and simply drag. See, round selection. Okay. And if you want to move the selection or transform the selection, remember we are not transforming image, we are transforming selection. So you have to make the selection tool active, any selection tool active, and then you have to simply right click inside this and you have to select this transform selection. So see, we are not transforming image, we are transforming selection like this. See, like this. So like this you can transform the selection. And you can also move it. See, you can also move the selection. You can also use arrow keys. You can also use arrow keys in your keyboard to move the selection. And once you are done, hit enter and V on the keyboard, simply drag. See here. And again for elliptical marquee tool also, if you want to apply feather, shift plus F6. So you will give 12 as feather. See here. Right? You want more feather? Shift F6 again and let's give 40. See, 40 is the feather. Don't give it more than, okay, if you more than 40 actually, maximum 40 we give. Okay. So this is how we can use this marquee tools, rectangular marquee tool and elliptical marquee tool. Okay. And to remove the selection, Control D. Okay. Okay, now we understood how to use the marquee tools. Now we will proceed to the next selection tools. Okay, see, the next selection tools are lasso tools, LASSO tools. Okay, see, what is the speciality of lasso tools? Okay, and how lasso tools are better than marquee tools. Okay, see, with marquee tools, even though you can select particular areas of the subject. See, I am telling you this word subject. Subject means that the thing that we are selecting. So this is, in this image, this person is the subject. Okay. So marquee tool, you can select some portions of the image, some parts of the image. Okay. But what will happen is, with marquee tool we are also going to select the background. Okay, see here some background is also getting selected, but we don't want background, we only want subject. So what we can do, we can use lasso tools. Okay, so how lasso tool works, it is same like drawing an outline around a photo. If your photo is there, if I draw an outline around your photo using a pen or pencil, okay, so how it looks, it just, you will see a boundary or a border. So in the same way, we will be creating a border or a boundary using the lasso tool, which works exactly like a pencil. Okay, so now what I will do is, I am going to select the first lasso tool. And how to use the lasso tool, see here. So you can just write down these 2 points. Okay, lasso tool shortcut is L, and to access any of the lasso tools, same like a marquee tool, shift L, marquee tool shift M, lasso tool shift L. Okay, right. So see here, lasso tool, and the next lasso tool is polygon lasso tool, and the last one is magnetic lasso tool. So 3 lasso tools are there, and to access any one of the lasso tools, Shift L. Okay, right. And one important thing I want to tell you here is, whenever you are using any of these tools, always always check your keyboard. Turn off the caps lock. This is very important. Many people will face the problem, because if caps lock is on now, you are not able to see the icon. See, now you can see the lasso tool icon. This is polygon lasso tool. If I turn on the caps lock, see, you are not able to see. So many people will face this problem. So that is why check your keyboard. If caps lock is off, turn off the caps lock. Okay, right. So we will select the lasso tool, and now I am going to select this person using the lasso tool. So what you will do is, instead of selecting him in the normal screen mode, you will go to full screen mode. So how to go? F. See. So that it will be convenient. So we can only concentrate on the subject. Okay, we don't have to we don't see the disturbance of these tools, everything. Okay, just zoom, and then see, lasso tool is active, and I am going to draw a selection. See, sometimes what will happen is our hand will shake. So sometimes see, I may lose the path actually. So what I will do? So you just hit Ctrl D, so that you will deselect, and then again we will draw the selection. And make sure that your mouse is also good. So just I am drawing a border. See, a border is completed, and then we'll come back to the normal screen. F again, and then V on the keyboard. Simply drag. See, exactly we have selected the person instead of a background. So with marquee tools we are going to get some amount of background, but with lasso tool we have exactly selected the subject. Okay, huh? What you are saying? Okay. Okay, so this is the first thing. The next thing I want to tell you is, see, sometimes what happens is, sometimes our hand will shake a lot. Okay, so when our hand shakes a lot, what happens is, sometimes we will not get a exact perfect selection. See, I may go a little bit inside, outside, like this. Okay, like this I may go inside, outside, like this. Okay, now we got a very rough selection. So if you drag it now, so you are getting a very rough selection. See, so what you can do is, even though you got a rough selection, you can still improve the selection. You can make it look like a perfect selection. So how you can do that? See, we have options like add to selection and subtract from selection. Add to selection, subtract from selection. So where we can find those options? Okay, see, make sure that lasso tool is active. Okay, when the lasso tool is active, see, in this area, observe this area. Here we have an option. This is add to selection, and besides this there is an option subtract from selection. So what add to selection will do? Just click on that button. It will add extra areas to the selection. Okay, see, right now we have lost this area. This is an important area of the subject, so we have lost it. So we are going to add that area to this existing selection. So how? Simply click on that button add to selection, and then just draw like this. See. Okay, and also we have selected an unwanted area here. So I want to remove this area. So what should I do? Subtract from selection. Click this button, subtract from selection, and then remove that unwanted area like this. Okay. See, in this way we can improve the selection. But clicking those buttons all the time is a very boring task. We can use keyboard shortcuts. So I will show you what is the keyboard shortcut. Okay. Just write down this point. Okay. Add the selection to the existing selection. Shift and draw the selection. Subtract the selection from the existing selection. Alt and draw the selection. Okay. See, so we will try to improve the selection. I am going to go to full screen mode. Okay. So see here. So what you have to do? I have to remove this area. So we have to use Alt. Hold Alt on the keyboard and make sure that lasso tool is active, and then simply draw the selection like this. See? And I want to add this area, Shift. Okay. Here also I want to add Shift. Here I want to subtract, Alt. Here I want to add Shift. Alt. Alt again. So very inaccurate selection, we have made it into an accurate selection. Okay. See. And here Alt. Okay. So like this we can improve the selections using Alt and Shift. So this is a very fast way of working. Okay. See. That's it. So now the selection is perfect. Now once again we will come back to the normal screen view, and then we can then simply use V and simply drag. See, now we got a perfect selection. Okay, we got a perfect selection. And then if you want to give some feather, Shift F6, and then we can give a small amount of feather. Don't give too much. 4 is better. then be on the keyboard and simply drag. So a small amount of feather I have given. Okay, you don't see that much change. Okay, so this is the thing. So now we have covered this first lasso tool, which is normal lasso tool, and next one is polygon lasso tool. Okay, just a minute. Okay, we'll take one more image. Okay, okay, now we will try to select this eagle using polygon lasso tool. Okay, so just write down this point. Okay, to get a selection accurately and slowly, to go back to a specific point when selecting with polygon lasso tool, use backspace. Okay, right. So now we will select this image using polygon lasso tool. So L is lasso tool, Shift L, polygon lasso tool. If you hit Shift L again, third lasso tool will be activated. That is magnetic lasso tool. Okay, so Shift L. So now we are in polygon lasso. See, the only different thing about polygon lasso tool is, see, this polygon lasso tool will create points and it is very slow compared to the first lasso tool. This polygon lasso tool is very slow, but it is more accurate. It's more accurate than the first lasso tool. See, just I will try to select it. See, I am creating points. See, just I am creating point. So even though comparatively it is slow, the output will be more accurate actually. And say for example you came till here, but still you think that I have to improve the selection again, I have to go back. So you can use backspace, not Ctrl Z. While selecting, if you want to go back, you should not use Ctrl Z, you have to use backspace. See what will happen with backspace? You will be again starting at a specific point. Able to understand? So like this. See, it is creating points. So even though it is slow, it is accurate. So complete the selection by joining at the point where you have started. See, now the selection is complete. And again you will use V and simply drag. See, so like this. And then you can use Ctrl T, transform tool, and increase the size. See, I can also do one more thing. I can take a duplicate of this. How to take a duplicate? Alt and simply drag. And check that pink lines. That pink lines will help us in alignment. And if you want to flip, how to flip? Ctrl T, and you can simply right click and use this flip. What is flip? It is going to face in the opposite direction, like this. Okay? Right. Is it clear now? Okay. Then to give a feather, what do you have to do? Shift F6. Okay. Just we can give. Let us give some 12 as feather. Okay. See, you can see the edges. See the edges. Okay. Edges are very soft. And one more thing, see, normally with polygon lasso tool we are not going to get a inaccurate selection. So but still, if you think that you got a selection like this, say like this, something inside outside like this, okay, so what you can do, you can again you can either use the same polygon lasso tool or you can use the normal lasso tool to improve the selection using add to selection and subtract from selection. See, just you can do the alt, see, and then shift to improve the selection. Okay, so that is something you should understand. Okay, now the last and final selection tool in among lasso tools is magnetic lasso tool. Okay, so there is a word magnet in that. What will magnet do? It will attract to the metals or it will stick to the metals. So in the same way, this magnetic lasso tool will attract or stick to the borders of the subject. Okay, will stick to the borders of the subject. So let us see how this magnetic lasso tool works. I will open one more different image. Okay, let me open this image of this gundu. So see here, magnetic. Okay, so the one good thing about selecting with magnetic lasso tool is, see, it will automatically detect the edges of the subject. Automatically it will detect. Okay, all you have to do is just move your mouse. You only have to move your mouse. See, and especially in this type of images, here the background color is white. Background color is white and the subject color is some flesh color or reddish color. So background and subject color are different. So when the colors are different, this magnetic lasso tool will work very perfect. Okay, so let us see. Just click here and then first time you have to click and then just move your mouse. See, automatically it is sticking to the borders of the subject. I'm just moving my mouse. See here. But there is one problem here. When I am going to try to complete the selection, I will be moving at the bottom. Okay, it is not going to do a perfect selection here because it does not identify the border of the subject at the bottom. At the bottom it is not able to identify the subject border. Okay, see. So and then I have to finish off the selection here. So what I can do to improve the area here, I can use the first lasso tool and I can use add to selection. Okay, simply like this. Shift. See, now the selection is completed. Okay, see, just you have to hit V on the keyboard and then simply drag. See, so it is very perfect, even better than the other two lasso tools. What I will do is, see, till now what I am doing, I am selecting and then moving it to a new document, right? This time I will not drag to new document. I will open a document. I will take an image of a forest, okay, and I will drag the subjects into that forest image. Okay, so I'm going to take an image of a forest. So simply select this forest. Okay, so here we have this forest image. So now what I will do is I am going to open the image of a elephant. Okay, so there is an elephant here, elephant image. So now what I will do is I will select this elephant and drag it into this forest image. Okay, and which tool I will be using? I will be using magnetic lasso tool. Okay, so L lasso tool, Shift L polygon lasso tool, Shift L again magnetic lasso tool. So now magnetic lasso tool is active and let us go to full screen mode. Now F. See, now we are in full screen. Okay, now I will start selecting this elephant. So I will start from this trunk. Just click here and then just to move your mouse. See, automatically it will detect the borders. See, okay, make sure that you have your mouse is perfect. Okay, see, so automatically detecting the borders. Okay, some places it is missing, so it's okay, we can fix it, but mostly it is able to select it perfectly. Okay, and in case it is you think that it is missing some in some places, you can hit backspace. Okay,
డార్క్ కలర్స్ మాత్రమే అట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది మ్యాగ్నెటిక్. డార్క్ కలర్స్ మాత్రమే తీసుకుంటాం.
ఏ కలర్లో అయినా తీసుకుంటాను.
లైట్ ఉంటే మాత్రం అట్లా తీసుకుంటాం. ఇంతకుముందు బయట
లైట్ అని కాదు, బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ కలరు సబ్జెక్ట్ కలరు వేరే ఉండాలి. అప్పుడు సిమిలర్గా ఉంటే అది సరిగ్గా సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, సో ద కలర్ ఈజ్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఓకే, so now it has done almost 90% perfect selection. It has done. Some places it has missed, so we can fix them by using add to and subtract from. So just let us say the legs. See, we can zoom it. I think all of you know Control plus. Here we have lost. So what I will do? So see, right now magnetic lasso tool is there. Let's go to first lasso tool, Shift L. Okay, now we are in first lasso tool, and then here I will simply hold Alt and improve the selection. And near tail also, see here, near tail also we have to subtract this area. So how? Alt. Sometimes our hand will shake, that is the problem. Okay, so then we can okay, I think we have to use Alt. Okay, so then come out of here and let us see whether there any problem over here. Okay, this here it's perfect only. Okay, somewhere in near the task area we have some problems. Shift. Okay, here also. So here see, it is because the color is almost same, it's not able to select the trunk properly, so we have to do it manually. Okay, so now 90%, now almost 100% it is perfect. Okay, we can check near the legs here. So here you have to fix. So okay, so like this we can improve the selections. Right, now it's perfect. Now come out of the full screen mode, and then what you'll do is I'm going to drag this elephant into this forest. So simply V on the keyboard and simply drag. Okay, see, we have put the elephant in the forest. Like this. Okay, then you can create duplicates of the elephants and create an elephant family like this. See, like a baby elephant. Like this. And you can create one more elephant here. Okay, see, this is like a elephant family. Okay, see, husband, wife, brother. Okay, like this. Okay, then you can create one more. There is like an uncle. Like this, something. Okay, and you can, uncle should not be facing on the family side. You can flip them like this. Right? Okay? Right. So this is magnetic lasso tool. Okay? Okay. We have 3 more selection tools. Okay, we will be covering 3 more selection tools, so that we will be covering 8 selection tools today. Okay, so if you have time, but before that I will give you one assignment and all of you have to do and show me by next class. Okay, so what is the assignment? I will tell you. Take the pictures of wild animals and create a forest. Okay, and create okay, a forest image, means with full of animals. Okay, so you have to take a forest image, then you have to take the images of different animals. So you know what are animals are there: tiger, lion, monkey, wild animals. Don't take domestic animals like cat, dog. Okay, okay? Take only wild animals. Huh? No, they are not in forest. They are in city only. Okay. So wild animals, and you create a forest. Okay, all different wild animals. And what is more important here is you also have to take into consideration the sizes of animals. For example, if elephant is big, tiger should not be of same size. Tiger should be small. Okay, that is something. ఏమంటారు? యా, ఎలకల. ఓకే ఓకే, ఎలకలు ఫారెస్ట్లో ఉండవు కదా, ఉంటాయా? So wild animals only you take. Okay, and also another important thing I will tell you here, that is if an animal is close to the camera, if an animal is close to the camera, it should be big. If animal is far away, దూరంగా ఉన్నది చిన్నగా ఉండాలి, దగ్గర ఉన్నవి పెద్దగా కనిపించాలి. reality also is like that only, na?
రియాలిటీలో
So,
చూపిమంటున్నారు. రియాలిటీలో చూపిమంటున్నారు.
yeah, that is what I am telling. So here I have taken this elephants. You take different animals, different. Okay, so many wild animal pics you can download from internet. Okay, and if you have system at home, you can download it in your house and then you can bring them here. And you have to save it in the lab folder. I think you don't know the lab folders. You are having lab folders.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
IDs.
Okay, you can take the help of our IT sir, or else I will tell you one. I will give you one suggestion here. See, here there is a reference files folder. Okay, what I will do is I will put a folder, create a folder here in server in reference files. What I will say, yours is 19th Photoshop batch. Okay, 19th Photoshop batch. This is the 19th Photoshop batch, and then inside this, for example, vanilla is there. So you can create a, what's your course, vanilla?
Yes.
So you can say, just create a folder, okay, like this. Okay, just create a folder inside this 19th Photoshop batch, and then put your files here. Put your Photoshop files inside this, so that I can check. Same, for example, your name is what? Shravan Kumar. You create a folder Shravan Kumar and hyphen your course, and put your files, Photoshop files inside this. If because I think some of you don't have the student folder, I think. So that is why you follow this method. Okay, 19th Photoshop batch, reference files. It is inside the reference files. Okay, and where is reference files? Inside the server. Okay, and if you don't know how to get into here, so what you have to do is Windows and R you hit. Windows R. So this run command will open. Okay, in run command you have to //server-pc. Automatically it will be there only. Okay, automatically it will be there only. But in case if it is not there, you can just say //server-pc. Okay, you can just type this one, type this line, and then click OK, and then you can go to this reference files, and you can just go to this 19th Photoshop batch, and here start saving your files. Okay, follow this method. And here, if some of you have done in your house, my advice to you is get those files to the institute and then put them in this one, so that it will be easy for me to check your files. It will be easy for me to check your files from this system. I have direct access to the lab systems. Okay. Okay. See, the next selection tool is quick selection. See, here 3 tools are there. First I will tell you about this quick selection, then I will tell you about object selection and magic wand. Okay, first we'll see what is quick selection tool. Okay, just write down this one.
Like a white background కాకుండా వేరే రిఫరెన్స్ ఏం తీసుకోవాలి ఫోటోస్ వైట్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఫోటోస్ తీసుకోకండి అంటే దానికి కరెక్ట్గా అర్థమవుతుంది వేరే తీసుకోండి సిమిలర్గా ఉంది బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ అట్లాంటి ఫోటోస్ తీసుకోండి
వైట్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఎందుకు వైట్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ తో ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది
అంటే దీంట్లో కరెక్ట్గా అర్థం నాకు కరెక్ట్గా మీకు అనిపిస్తుంది
దేంట్లో
వేరే తీసుకోండి సిమిలర్గా బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్
మీకు ఏదైనా ప్రాబ్లం వస్తే చెప్పండి. వైట్ అంటే మనకి డిఫరెంట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఇమేజెస్ ఉంటాయి ఇక్కడ. ఇప్పుడు ఈగల్ ఉంది, ఈగల్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఏముంది, వేరే గ్రీన్ కలర్ ఉంది మనకి. దీనికి వైట్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఉంది. బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఏదైనా పర్వాలేదు, యాక్చువల్లీ ఇట్ డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ ద టూల్ మీన్స్ హౌ యూ యూజ్ ద టూల్. ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఇంకా 3 టూల్స్ తెలియాలి. సో అప్పుడు మీకు ఇంకా సెలెక్షన్ టూల్స్ గురించి ఇంకా మీకు ఎక్కువ విషయాలు తెలుస్తాయి. ఓకే, కలర్ డిఫరెన్షియేషన్ ఎట్లా అనేది మీకు తెలుస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు. ఓకే, రైట్. సో ఫస్ట్ వీ విల్ సీ వాట్ ఈస్ క్విక్ సెలెక్షన్ టూల్. సో జస్ట్ రైట్ డౌన్ దిస్ పాయింట్. ఓకే, okay. See, quick selection tool. See, in the name itself we have that word quick. Means we can quickly select, fast. We can select very fast. Okay. See, what is the option here? What are the options to select? Use the quick selection tool. See, one easy option I will tell you, that is select subject. See, you don't have to do anything with quick selection. Just with one click you can select the subject. One click. That is by just selecting the quick selection and then clicking on this select subject. So Photoshop will automatically identify where the subject is in the image. Okay, in this image everybody know what is the subject. This person is the subject. So just click on this button. See, that's it. Selection is there. See, just with one click. Then you might think that okay, so why we need to learn this all the magnetic lasso tool? Wow, what is the use? Directly we can do selection with quick selection. Okay, see, quick selection will work perfectly with these type of images, but it may not be successful with some other images where background is very complicated backgrounds. But even though I personally prefer this tool for selecting most of the images, okay, but magnetic lasso tool are also very much important. Okay, you will understand as we keep selecting many images, you will understand how all the different selection tools are going to be important. Okay, right. But one more way of selecting with quick selection tool is, so instead of clicking on select subject, you can do manually. You can manually select. See, by simply just dragging like this. In this way also you can select. Okay, sometimes in this way, but this is a easy image. I will open a different image. So for example, so there is a girl sitting image. Okay, see this. See, this image is little bit complicated here. Here the rock color is different, water color is there, forest. So different colors are there. So if we try to select this with quick selection, and one more thing I want to tell you, the quick selection icon, to increase the size of the icon, right square bracket, decrease, left square bracket, right square bracket to increase, left square bracket to decrease icon size. Okay, so let us try with select subject first. Let us see what happens. See, it's taking time, you see, taking lot of time. It has selected, but let us see it has selected perfectly or not. Okay, so if you zoom, you will see some places it has not selected. See, some places it has missed on the shoes, near the shoes. See, so we have to again do these things manually. So what I can do is I can use the quick selection tool again, okay, or I can use the lasso tool again. See, like this, shift and draw the selection. Here also I can use lasso tool like this. Okay, you can check. Okay, you can check. See, it has missed the shoes also here. Okay, you can hit L again. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so like this you can improve, and don't worry about that hair. We are going to cover that hair in the detail in the coming classes. There is a very different story for hair selections. Okay, it's a very complicated step. Okay, so this is quick selection tool. Okay, to quickly select the subject, and you can place it wherever you want. Okay, for example, let me put it. Okay, I am going to take this car. So we can scale this down. Okay, we can keep it like this. You can check the size. Okay, so something like this. Okay, right. So the next selection tool. Okay, say everybody is able to understand now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next selection tool is object selection. Okay, object selection. So see, the keyboard shortcut of these tools is W, and you can use Shift plus W, just like Shift L lasso tool, Shift M marquee tool, Shift W, these three tools: object selection, quick selection, and magic wand. Okay, so see, this object selection tool is only added in 2020 and 2021 version. You will not find this tool in versions older than 2020. Okay, you will not find it in 2018 or 2000 what do you call 19 also. You will not find. Only 2020 and 2021. Okay, so that is why remember this. Okay, always check the version which you are using. Okay. Okay, so this tool is almost similar to quick selection, but the procedure of using it is a little bit different. I will tell you how. See. We have an image of spoons. Okay, just a minute. Okay. See how we can use the object selection. See, in object selection we have two options, lasso and rectangle. Okay. See, rectangle is like same like rectangular marquee tool. Okay. See, if I want to select this bird, or you can say subject. If I want to select this bird, normally we all know, if you go just use the quick selection tool and click on select subject, automatically this bird will be selected. Automatically now see we have completely selected the bird. But sometimes what happens, just like before I told you, uneven backgrounds. Okay, so at that time, so we can also use this object selection, and then in object selection first I will tell you about this rectangle. Okay, rectangle is same like rectangular marquee tool. Just you have to draw a selection around this subject like this, and then release. See, the moment you release, automatically it detects where the subject is, and the selection snaps to the borders of the subject. Automatic. And here also, so in this image I want, let us say I want this spoon, this small spoon. So what I can do, I can select the rectangle and then just release the mouse. That's it. It has selected, but some places it has missed. See, here it has missed. So you can improve the selection by using lasso tool. Simply you can, or you can use this tool also. Okay, so let me try with this tool. Alt, say I am holding Alt, and then I am just drawing a selection till here. See, it has improved. See, we have selected this spoon. Okay, like this. For example, if I want this middle spoon, okay, what I can do, I can use the object selection tool, and see, this time I am not going to use rectangle, I will use lasso option. Okay, and then I will roughly draw a selection around this spoon. Roughly draw. See, just to roughly draw, and I have not yet released the mouse. Now I am releasing the mouse. See, once you release the mouse, automatically it snaps to the edges. Okay, and if you want to select this one, this spoon, same thing, just roughly you draw a selection, roughly you draw and then release the mouse. See, select it. And then what is the next thing we can do? We can actually take a new document, Control N, and then simply use V, move and move it like this. See. And in case you want to you want some feather, same thing, Shift F6, and you can give some feather. So this is 3, okay, but if you want more feather, so let us give 10, okay. See, now this has more feather. Understood? So this is how we select using object selection tool. Okay. Okay. So we have one last selection tool, that is magic wand. But before going to magic wand, I will tell you one important thing here. I will tell you how to know the size of the document. Okay, how we can know the size of the document, and how to change the color of the document after it is created. See, in the starting you know how to change the color. just when you hit Ctrl N, here already you can select one color and then you can just simply click create. So now you have created the document. But after creating the document, now if you want to change the color, how to change? So that we are going to see now. Okay. And also I will tell you one more thing, how to change the document to a portrait and landscape after creating the document. Okay. So let us see now. So you write down this first point, okay? To change the foreground color of the document, Alt plus backspace. To change the background color of the document, Control plus backspace. Hello? Okay? Understood? Okay, now see in this tools panel, at the bottom of the tools panel, so you can see something. Okay, this is foreground color, set the foreground color, and this one is set the background color. Okay, see, you can simply select the color you want. Okay, just select the color by clicking on the foreground color. Just select a color. See, now we have a pink color. Now I want to apply this pink color to my document. So to apply foreground color, we have to use keyboard shortcut Alt plus backspace. Alt plus backspace. And let me change the background color. Just click here, and I am going to change the background color to say, let us say, dark green. Okay. Now if I want to apply background color, I have to use keyboard shortcut Control backspace. Alt backspace, Control backspace. Remember this. And why some people may get the doubt. See, what is the need of this foreground and background? Why two colors? Okay. See, in the coming classes you will be having topics like filters, brushes, and all these things. And those brushes and filters use the information of foreground color and background color, and then those brushes are created or filters are applied. So you will know more about those foreground and background colors. Okay, right. Okay, so now this is how we apply the foreground and background color. And if you want to come back to the normal colors, default colors are black and white colors, original colors. Okay, so for that there is one more shortcut. You just write down the shortcut D, black and white, default colors. Okay, right. See, if you hit D, see, now you can see black and white colors. Okay, so if you want black color, what should we do? Alt backspace. If you want white color, Control backspace. and you can also interchange background and foreground colors. Means you can make the foreground background, foreground. How? By using a shortcut. So what is the shortcut? See, to swap colors, just write down this point. To swap colors or interchange foreground and background colors, keyboard shortcut X. Okay. See here, if I use X, what happens? See, colors are switching. Foreground is becoming background is becoming foreground. See, so you can switch between the two colors. And in case you forgot the shortcut, you can also use this arrow. See, you can see the small arrow. See, like this also you can swap colors. Okay, understood? Right. One last thing is, see, in case you forgot Alt backspace and Control backspace, there is also one alternative method. You can write down if you wish. See, alternatively, you can use Shift plus F5. Shift plus F5 and select foreground or background colors. Shift plus F5. Okay, completed. See, Shift F5, what happens? See, fill dialog. This is called fill dialog. And in case you don't know, if you forgot the Shift F5 also, you can go to edit. And in edit you have this option fill, Shift F5, and then here, from here you can select foreground or background. Okay, able to understand everyone? See here, I am selecting the red color, and for background I am selecting some another color. Okay, and if you forgot Alt backspace, Control backspace, what you have to do? Fill and select foreground color. If you want to red color, and if you want green color, background color. Okay, like this you can apply colors to the document. Okay, understood? Okay, so another important thing I want to tell you is, see, if you want to know the size of this document, okay, how to know the size of this document? So there is one keyboard shortcut to know the size of the document. Just write down this point. Okay, to know the size of the document, Alt plus Control plus I. Okay, see here, if I want to know the size, Alt Control I. See here, the size of this document is now width is 8 inches, height is 7.5 or 8.3 and 7.5. Like this I can know the size of the document. And in case you forgot this shortcut, Alt Control I, what you can do? Go to image. See, go to image menu, and here you can select the image size. See, image menu, image size. Like this also you can know the size of the document. Right. Next, just one important thing, that is crop. See, what is crop actually? So just you write down this point. Crop. Draw a selection around the image with rectangular mark tool. Go to the image menu and select crop. Okay. See here, what is crop actually? See, if you want to shrink or reduce the size of the document to a specific size, okay, for example, I want only this head of this person, so means the entire document should be fit inside the head of this person, okay, means see like this, I only want the document to be this much. So what I can do, see, just draw a selection with marquee tool, go to image and we can click on this crop. So like this you can crop. You can also use crop tool actually. Okay. So actually two things you can do. You can use crop tool or you can use this method also. C, crop tool shortcut is C. C for crop tool, and what will happen? See, you will see these handles and then you can simply crop the image like this, and once you are done, hit enter. Again, if you want crop tool, see, okay, so it is going to take time, okay. And let me see, shrink the document to this size. See, complete document, okay, right. Now the last selection tool I am going to tell you. See, I am going to crop this image. Why did I take this image? I will tell you. See, now we are going to see a tool called Magic Wand. So this is the last selection tool in this list. Okay. So what is the Magic Wand? Just write down this point. Okay. I will just write one extra point here. Specific colors in background. Okay. So just write down this point. Okay. Okay. And in case you have doubts, you can check this your that PDF also. Okay. right? Okay. Okay. So magic wand will select specific colors in an image, and if you want more colors, you have to increase an option in magic wand, that is called tolerance. Okay, so what is tolerance? Tolerance will increase the amount of color. For example, if you are having a green color has many shades of green, means light green, dark green, medium green, like that different shades of green color are there. If you want more green, increase the tolerance. If you want less green, decrease the tolerance. So that is how magic wand works. Okay, let me show you here. See here, select the magic wand, and here we have an option tolerance. See here, everybody can see tolerance. So just I am going to put 0 here. Now 0 tolerance is there. 0 tolerance. Now with 0 tolerance, I am just going to click here. See, now only a small amount of color is selected. Okay, if you click here also, see, just a small amount of color is selected. What color is there here? Red color. Left side dark red color is there. Right side light red is there. Center medium red is there. But because tolerance is 0, only a little amount of red is selected. If I try to increase the tolerance, let me make it 30. Okay, now tolerance is 30. Now if I click again, see, more area is selected, more color is selected. And if I increase it further, let me increase it to say 100. Now if I click, see, almost the entire document is selected. And if I make it only 10, again small area is selected. So how we can use this concept for selecting images? How we can use magic wand for selecting images? See, there is something different with magic wand. It is not like other selection tools. Till now we have directly selected the subject. With quick selection we have directly selected the subject. With magnetic laser tool, directly selected the subject. With object selection also directly selected the subject. But with magic wand, we are not going to directly select the subject. We are going to indirectly select the subject. Means we are going to select the background first. Okay, let me show you. So I will take that image of eagle. Okay, so let me take this image of eagle. See, this eagle has green color background. Okay, let me crop this. Okay, this eagle has a green color background. So if I want to select this eagle with magic wand, okay, I am not going to select the eagle, but I am going to select the background. And after selecting the background, I am going to inverse the selection. So again eagle will be selected. Means ulta selection. Not directly selecting the subject, first selecting the background and then inversing the selection. Okay. So see here, select the magic wand, and what is the tolerance here? It's only 10. So let us click. See, only little amount of color is selected. And what is the color in the background? Green. See here, little amount of green shades are selected. So let me increase the tolerance now. Let's make it 20. Okay, now let us click. See, the more area is selected. But if you try to increase it further, let us try to increase it to 30. See, now what is happening is, see, some parts of the eagle are also getting selected, but we don't want that. We only want the background to be selected. So what I am going to do, I will just keep it around 22. Okay, just keep it 22. Okay, then still some parts are there. So what I will do, I will use magic wand. I will hold shift. Shift is what? To add selection. Add to selection. I will hold shift and complete the remaining selections like this. See? Oh. Like this. Now the entire background is selected. But we don't have to do anything with the background. We want subject. So we have to invert the selection. To invert the selection, just write down this point. Keyboard shortcut is Shift plus Control plus I. Okay. Shift Control I. See, subject is selected. Back. Okay. Again, if you hit Shift Control I, again the background will be selected. And in case you forgot this shortcut, so you can also go to this select, and here option is there, inverse. Okay, go to the select menu and click on this inverse. Like this also you can invert the selection. Okay. So these are the 8 selection tools that we have covered today. Okay. You can then put it in any document. See, V and simply drag like this. And same, give feather, shift F6 feather. Okay, all these things you know. And one last thing I want to tell you is, see, in case you want to convert a portrait document to landscape. Normally, when you are first creating a document, Control N, what do? You can click this one, landscape, portrait, like this you can do, right? But after creating the document, if you want to convert this portrait to landscape, this is a portrait document. So you just, I don't have notes here, I will just tell you, you remember, image rotation 90 degrees clockwise. See, now this has become landscape. Again, if you want to make it into portrait, image rotation 90 degrees clockwise. Like this you can convert a landscape document to portrait. Okay, so all of you complete your assignments and show me by next class. Okay.